Hi, friends. All right, we're on our last chapter of the Jungle Book story. I hope my friends have been enjoying this story. And this last chapter is called or titled The Spring Running. In the Indian jungle, the seasons slide into the other almost without division. And so the autumn turned to winter, and winter turned to spring. Aquila died of old age, and the pack elected a new leader. Early one spring morning, Mowgli and Bagheera sat far up on a hill overlooking the river. The morning mist lay below them in bands of white and green. Spring returns at last, said Bagheera. The panther rolled onto his back and beat the air with his paws. You're acting like a kitten, teased Mowgli. And you, said Bagheera, doesn't the spring make you happy? Mowgli did not respond. He sat with his head in his hands, looking out over the valley. Bagheera crouched next to Mowgli. There is no fire in your eyes, said the panther. You look distant, and do not run with me. Mowgli continued to stare across the jungle. I have been thinking about my place, he said. I will visit the town that Messua fled to. I will see how far the man pack has changed. Bagheera rested his head in Mowgli's lap for a moment. Then, without a sound, he got up and bounded away into the jungle to let Mowgli go his own way. Mowgli peered at the town of Kanhawara from the field of tall crops. A girl about his age, dressed in white, came down a path. As she passed, she caught sight of Mowgli. Startled, she screamed with surprise because she thought she had seen a spirit. Mowgli backed noiselessly into the high crops and watched her, fascinated, until she was out of sight. In the village, after some searching, Mowgli found Messua's hut. He cried softly, Messua, oh Messua. Nathu? And said a quivering voice. The door flew open, and there was the woman who had been so good to Mowgli. She took Mowgli's hand and led him inside. We owe our lives to you, she said. The wolf led us through the jungle safe and sound, and we have a new life here. But we have missed you. I have missed you too, said Mowgli. I want to come back, but first I must say goodbye to my friends. Atop the council rock, Mowgli's face was streaked with tears of happiness and tears of pain. Your trail ends here, manling, said Kai. Mowgli leaned his head against Kai's great coils. I have learned that there are good people and bad people in the human world, just as there are good and bad jungle people, said Mowgli. I look in the water of the river and see my reflection, and when I do, I know that I must live among humans. Mowgli wiped at the tears on his cheeks. There is wisdom in your words, said Kai. But know that wherever you go, we are of one blood, you and I." "Thank you, my brother," said Mowgli. "Mowgli," said old Baloo, "my eyes do not see well these days, but in my mind I can see far. I see you making your own trail among your own kind, as a just and kind leader. But if you ever need a wing to carry a message or friendly paw, remember that the Jungle People are here to help." Mowgli looked from face to face in the circle gathered around him. At Gray Brother, at Mother Wolf and Father Wolf, at Chill, at Kai, and Baloo. They were such friends as no other human had ever known. Just at that moment, there was a crash in the thicket. Light and strong as always, Bagheera appeared at their side. He purred and licked Mowgli's hand. "Remember that Bagheera loves you," the panther cried, and bounded away. At the foot of the hill, he cried again, loud and long, "Good hunting." Mowgli joyfully hugged Baloo. "I will never forget any of you, I promise." "Let us go with you to the edge of the jungle," said Gray Brother. "Today we all follow new trails." The end. And so that's the end of this wonderful and beautiful Jungle Book story. And this is Mowgli, and that's Bagheera, and that's Baloo, and this is Chill, and this is Kai, and this is Mother and Father Wolf, and this is Gray Brother, and these are the monkeys that were the good monkeys. Remember in the story, some of the monkeys were bad and they took him away. They took Mowgli away and they tried to keep him and make him, do all kinds of things. But then he got rescued by Bagheera and Baloo, who were his first friends after he met the wolf pack. So this was a great and beautiful story, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And now that's the end of it. So I have to find something else for you all for our next read. This was a good story. It says, "In the fantastic world of the jungle, a boy named Mowgli has adventures that no human has ever known. The Jungle Book is a story of discovery, of finding the best that others have to offer, and of finding one's own place in the world." So this was a very good story, and I'm going to keep this book. I'm not going to give this back to the thrift store. I'm going to keep it. So I hope that you guys loved it, and that you'll listen to it over and over again. All about Mowgli and Bagheera and Baloo and Mother and Father Wolf and Kai. Great story. So guys, I want you to be good and I want you to be kind. I will see you the next time. Bye-bye.